Hi, my lovely people. Section 107 fair use allows us to talk about it, and that's what we are here to do. Please don't go out of your way to dislike anybody we talk about in these videos. It is for entertainment and reaction purposes only. It is my opinion and my opinion only. Hi, my lovely people. Happy Monday. Now, let me run a disclaimer so we can get into this. This may not be a popular opinion, okay? But one thing I do on my channels, I talk about what my subscribers want to hear. And there is some funny business a brewing on these YouTube streets. That's number one. Number two is nothing shady. Everything I talk about is something that was done on video that you can go and pull up and you can find out yourself. So now let's get to talking about it, okay? Now, it's been a long weekend with Tracy, right? We've seen Tracy out here getting upset with some of her subscribers about some of these topics. And I'm telling y'all, I've said some of the topics that I think that she talks about is shady. We've seen her and Loretta Brown going back and forth. And that's something that we all have talked about. But now it seemed to take a turn, okay? Let me just say one thing that I have listened to Tracy and I listened to her words very closely. One thing that she tells us is that she does not want to be lumped in with her daughter. They're two different people. She can't help what Peach says about her, but she makes it very clear to everyone out here that she's never going to say anything bad about her daughter. She's always going to be her child. She's never going to do anything that will go against Peach. She has said all of this, right? Only for me to say, well, then what in the what do they say? What in the HE double hockey sticks did you pull this weekend? Because you done pulled some crap. Now, I'm here to just call a spade a spade. Tracy, yes, she has shouted me out in the past, and I don't think that it was anything wrong with that, right? There was nothing fishy. I took a lot of slack from it. People were saying, hey, you know what, Storm, maybe it's being paid by Peach, maybe by Tracy. Her views are too high. They're shouting her out. But I did stand up for Tracy because I don't believe that Peach has any right or anyone to talk to their parents the way they do. You know, I live by the honor thy mother and father, and I think it was a low blow, and I think it was nasty, and I think it was dirty, and I still think that to this day. But when she gave me the shout out, she didn't really catch any flack because I'm not one that I don't react to anything that's not put on screen. So I only react on what Peach puts out and what we can talk about, the things she says, the things she does. But this weekend, okay, Tracy went live and she was just over there talking, and I'm going to say I honestly don't know what she was even talking about because Fifi came in the chat, Judge Fifi, okay? No tea, no shade. But then Tracy goes and she's like, oh, hi, Fifi. And she shouts Fifi out, says she has great content, whatever the case may be. And then they continue to go on a chat, talk. And then Fifi does make a community post thanking Tracy for giving her the shout out. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, wait. Hold up, wait a minute, something, let's put some reaction in this. But you guys start reaching out to me. Did you see this, Storm? Did you see Tracy and Fifi are hooking up? I'm going to tell you, I don't think they're hooking up. I think that Tracy is being very shady. Okay, now let me just say this. I got to say it flat out. Fifi is someone we know goes back and forth with Peach all the time. It's got some CPS calls that was done on live. It's got the, whatever was going on with her and Wood. I got to say allegedly because I don't know exactly what that was, but whether it was phone calls, whether it was money being exchanged, whether it was some kind of affair, we still haven't got to the bottom of it. That's Fifi's story to tell, number one. But number 2, 3, and 4, there has been some things that have been said between Peach and Fifi that just are no coming back from. Tracy, this is my thing, right? Peach has been out here for the past, 2 days, and she's been using this video on Instagram, and she has put it up on YouTube, and it has like this saying in the background, right, where it says, tell me that you don't F with me without saying you don't F with me. And I'm like, she's talking about this Fifi and Tracy thing, right? Because first off, I'm going to say this. Tracy, you told us you weren't going to say anything about your daughter. You were never going to go against your daughter. You were going to run your channel. Well, you even giving Fifi a shout out and you even, going that route, knowing everything that has happened between them was very shady. You did choose a side, and it is a very, odd side. It is one that says, I would be like Peach. Say you don't F with me without saying you F with me. And I'm going to tell you, it ain't about what, Fifi and Wood got going on or what words was exchanged because they grown women. It would have been the fact of the whole, CPS matter with me and my grandchildren. I don't care what my child does to me. Is what Tracy tells us. I don't care. I love my grandchildren. You make community post after community post saying how much you love your grandchildren, telling them happy birthday, saying that you miss them, saying that you will always be involved. So who cares if you think it's some way to get back at Peach? It's the fact that it involved your grandchildren. To me personally, there is absolutely no going back. There's no shout out. There's no talking. There's no he ha 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 chat, phone, or anything, whatever the case may be. It just wouldn't happen. So you really made a line in the sand. You really show how messy you can get, Tracy. And even though you're over there trying to sell this, oh, women empowerment stuff, Tracy, it ain't working for me because, yeah, everybody has a past and things happen in the past. But like I've always told people on this platform, because they've seen me go through it, there are certain lines that you can cross that you just can't go back with me. And I can't have no dealings with you. When it comes to my child or my children or my grandchildren or things or whatever you want to say, there's just that line in the sand that me and you, we ain't going back. We can't talk. We can't conversate. I don't care. This whole I'm just trying to empower people. I don't want to talk about people. I'm leaving everything in the past. Tracy, that's a storyline that you can keep up with. But in my opinion, and I'm here to say it, what you're pulling over there, what you're trying to use Fifi for is very, very messy. And the fact that you would even go that route shows, who you stand up for, the way you rock and the way that you move. So therefore, you have now put it out here on the YouTube street. So now we're going to talk about it. Now, I don't know how you guys feel per se. I do know how a few people feel because y'all have reached out to me, asked me did I see it and what I thought about it. And I said I would make a video and I would investigate it. But Fifi and Tracy are a unlikely pair, an unlikely match. But it has happened and it is happening and it continues to happen. And I will say this, I don't stand up for Peach very often, but I will say Peach does have a right to feel a certain type of way. I do see that Peach is over there using, like I said, that tell me you don't F with me without saying you don't F with me. And I see that she's putting up all the, CPS things behind that, voiceover and things like that. So she's sending a message. And this is one that, yeah, if my mama was colluding with someone who did something to me and was trying to get with my man and everything else, she has a right to be upset. When I tell you, Peach is low down. She spoke to her mother all kinds of crazy, and she do not deserve a pass. This is my thing. Whatever happens to either one of them, Peach or Tracy, they brought it on themselves because that's just what happens. I don't look at someone like Tracy and think she's trying to make amends by being messy as she is. But, that's my personal opinion. But I can't wait to see what you guys have to say because, boy, this is some wild stuff. All of this back and forth, going after content creators, trying to look good on camera. I mean, something is real fishy. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. We'll talk about it more tomorrow on live. I know we were supposed to go live today, but I have a lot to do. So we will be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. I will see you guys there, and I will see you guys in the comments below because I can't wait to see what you got to say. Toodles.